There are a lot of things, Sean, in life that I find are inappropriate to skip.
Yeah? Like what? Like what are we talking about?
Well, you should never skip your guitar lessons if you want to get better.
No, not at all. Ever.
And you shouldn't skip breakfast.
Most important meal of the day.
And you should not skip your child support payments.
Ian.
But today we're going to talk about something that is okay to skip.
What's okay to skip, Justin?
Strings.
Strings
and notes.
Like when you're picking?
Exactly.
Let's talk about that.
So look, if you're playing an arpeggio and you've been following the series, you know that we're at this point trying to break away from like super linear arpeggios. We want to be musical. We want to be creative. That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
Whatever. Let's get into it though. Let's
talk about. We're going to use a shape that we're already familiar with, and I'm going to go over it super briefly because everybody should be familiar with it. A minor, right here. Pinky starts on the 12th fret of the A string, right? 10th fret. 9th fret, 10th fret, 8th fret, and then there's the 12th fret.
It's going up like a C shape.
Right. Yeah, except minor, right? So if you are feeling particularly fancy, you can reach up with your index finger and hit the 7th fret, which would be the 5, and you can...
Nice.
So what we're going to do is first part of this exercise is we're going to play the first 3 notes, right? And then we're going to skip all the way to the high E and play the other notes backwards.
There you go. We're going to take a linear arpeggio, break it up.
Just like this. We're going to go. So what am I doing? I'm doing 12th fret on the A, right? 10th fret on the D, 9th fret on the G, 12th fret on the E, 8th fret on the E, 10th fret on the B. And it's kind of like in a 3/4 or a triplet, like 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3. It rocks back and forth. Ooh.
So yeah, so what we're gonna that's what we're gonna do next is we're gonna follow it down. So what we're doing is right? So you've got that, and then we're gonna go to the 9th fret here on the G string, right? And we're gonna connect this to another arpeggio shape we already know. We're gonna slide it back to the 5th fret here of the G string, and then it's 7th fret of the D string, 7th fret of the A string, 8th fret of the low E, and there's your home. There's your arpeggio. So what we're going to do is...
Love it.
It's easy.
Easy as that.
So once you get that and you're pretty comfortable with it, experiment. That is literally all there is for this lesson. It's super straightforward, but I want you to experiment. Do this. Play every other note, right? Something. I don't know. Play backwards, like for instance, if you were going to play, so I'm playing the 12th fret of the high E, and then I'm skipping all the way here, right, to the 9th fret of the G string. And then I'm going to go back to the 10th fret here of the B string, right? And then I'm going to go back to the 10th fret of the D string, 9th fret here of the G string, and then home. So it's like, right? So I'm just playing this shape.
That's it.
And just breaking it up. So be creative. Skip 2 notes.
Those larger intervals can sound jarring, if you want to kind of make something sound broken up.
Or if you have, if you're playing on an electric guitar right now, and you have a delay pedal. Man, tap in like a 8th note triplet if they let you on your tap divide, or just an 8th note, and then do that, and it'll harmonize with you, and it'll fill in those gaps. It sounds super cool. So. I mean, that's really
yeah,
it.
And just I like the traveling of this one because it just reinforces making that roadmap of the fretboard.
That's right.
And kind of seeing those like hot spots that kind of light up.
Yeah.
And then if you combine that with like scales, pentatonic or otherwise, or modes, you can kind of throw that in between before you get to where you're ending.
That's right. Yeah.
Kind of stuff right
yeah. I mean, like we'll actually the next. I think the next week, it might be the next 2 weeks, so don't hate me, but I think the next week is where we're going to talk about this exact arpeggio shape and how it fits into the pentatonic scale.
There we go.
So
stay on the lookout for that.
Stay on the lookout.
And don't skip any of those things that we mentioned before.
Yeah, that's right.
Just skip the strings.
Just skip the strings.